I was without a doubt uh, definitely a stick in the mud a couple of episodes ago, that's for sure. And I wanted to take a moment in this edition and share with you what I discovered as to why I was being such a stick in the mud. I've noticed a connection between the things that I want to accomplish as far as like household goals, work goals, and things that I'd like to get done in general with how I'm able to actually handle the production of this series. And I don't know if it's because I'm sort of maxed out, but I quite a few minutes of my day are definitely spoken for. So whenever I have something unexpected get in the way, like I'm not able to take a video where I'd like to take a video, or if Lambdog 1 Studios isn't available and I have to shift all of a sudden, it ends up totally derailing my route of inspiration. Now, what's the solution to that, right? Well, it has to do with maybe not having my inspiration or my content be so frail. Depth of content used to come fairly easy when I had people that I could watch who talked about certain subjects, or they really haven't changed, but my interests have changed. So as a result, I'm I'm dealing with things that I'm not as familiar with or not as studied on. If I wanted to keep everything, say, I'll just use an example like firearms related, something I've been into for years, I could tee back and forth and play badminton over the subject of the that one rifle range accident most recently in the news, or gun control. I could run right around and round and round and round the maypole about that subject. But frankly, that bores me anymore. I've noticed in all my years of it that, I don't know, it's just not what really is blowing my hair back right now. So what I had to do was take a look at where I drew my inspiration from, or what could be costing me inspiration. And I honestly think it really had to do with me overloading my consumption of media, specifically podcasts. I'm listening way, way too much, or hearing way, way too much, not necessarily listening, if that makes sense. Like the Simon and Garfunkel says, people hearing without listening, that sort of thing. To the point where there was no time for my brain to actually create anything, because it's too busy absorbing someone else's creation. And I found this last time when I was cutting the grass, which is always my best time for coming up with ideas, when I'm totally devoid of any sort of sensory input besides the engines churning. All of a sudden the ideas started to come on in. And that's how I was able to put up that ATV video after the Woe Is Me video. Witness, I made the Woe Is Me video, cut the grass, thought about some of the comments that I had gotten and received, and then boom, bang that sucker out. So I'm going to try to plug this stuff back in and keep these rolling, man. And hey, thanks for watching and thanks for the support. Appreciate everybody's time.